This starts off with the narrator telling us what a great city Townsville is, and how its facilities and infrastructure is the envy of the world. I do appreciate how these full-length episodes allow us to have more of these dragged out sequences. However, I am skeptical of this claim, given how Townsville is destroyed by monsters almost on a daily. But hey, I guess this could be considered foreshadowing for the rest of this episode. Anyway, one of the city's great locations is revealed to be Tokyo Townsville, and that's where the girls and the professor are having a relaxing break. There are a few nice painting style images of them all together, and they're all chilling, having a nice time, before a balloon pufferfish type thing comes out of the pond to attack everyone. The girls make quick work of it, saving everyone there. Surprisingly, the professor seems rather shaken by this, saying things like, "I was scared I would lose you." Now it's understandable, I guess, that he would be worried about his girls. However, prior to this episode, he has never shown so much of a hint of this. In fact, he seemed to actively encourage his girls to go and fight all these dangerous monsters, without even the slightest bit of concern. So this sudden hesitance was a bit jarring. But hey, I guess it could be argued as a sudden realization about how dangerous what they do is, and how something could go wrong at any time. I can mostly excuse it because it led him to create Dynamo, which is obviously the point to the episode. Despite at first promising the professor they would use it after he says it will keep them safe, the girls don't bother with it and carry on as normal, defeating all comers with ease. That is until the balloon fish comes back with a vengeance. Or should I say its bigger parent. It's a lot more ferocious, sucking up and spitting out a bunch of kids, and its skin is super resilient to the Powerpuff Girls' attacks. It then goes on a rampage through Tokyo Townsville. The professor arrives on the scene, and this time forces the girls to use Dynamo, under the threat of them being grounded. This leads to the best part of the episode for me, which was the battle between the girls controlling Dynamo and the monster. It was not only very action-filled, like the Rowdy Rough Boys episode, it was also very kaiju-esque, having this giant monster attacking a city and a giant robot to combat it. This is a story seen all the time in Japanese media, and this episode does pay homage to the genre quite well. Finally, Dynamo is able to deflate and defeat the fish, but not before destroying much of the town with a bunch of inaccurate missiles. The mayor gives the professor a bit of a scolding about this, and he goes away, presumably never forcing the girls to fight in the robot again. Despite a few weird bits of characterization for the professor, this was still a fun way to end the season. In general, the show seemed to be finding its feet more as the season went on, and figuring out what really works for the show. So this makes me look forward to upcoming seasons. As far as season 1 goes, I will leave you now with the recap. But just know, I did find it quite enjoyable.